Get in here, get in here, get in here. Hey everyone, happy Monday, first day of the week after a long weekend for many. Hope you had a great weekend. I am going to say hi to everyone in a little bit, but first, I just wanted to start off with today's topic. Today's theme is how to prepare for the worst, y'all. This 7-day nonstop marathon on how to stay ready so we don't have to get ready is all about preparing us for what's to come. It's not to stoke fear, it's to get us ready for what's to come because unfortunately, so many of us are just not paying attention and have not been paying attention. But listen, yesterday's video, thank you all. Listen, y'all are watching it, y'all are sharing it. People are commenting. Yes, even the cuckoo crazies are back in the building. So I just want to thank y'all for, paying attention. And so we're going to keep this train going. Today is day number 4, I believe. We culminate on Wednesday, today is day number 5. Yeah, today is day number 5. Sorry. We culminate on Wednesday with day number 7. And then I think on day number 8, I want to do like a community call in type of show. And you have to be a subscriber to join. And if people join, great. If they don't, we won't be here a long time. But this is all about community building. It's not about me just talking and regurgitating information. It's all about answering any questions and taking suggestions from you for things to do, smart suggestions, smart strategies for things to do. Before I keep talking, let me introduce myself for the newbies. Listen, y'all showed up and showed out yesterday. That video is going viral. And viral in the terms of over 10,000. So I thank you all for watching. So if you are new here, go ahead, subscribe to, if you haven't subscribe to the channel. That automatically makes you a member of the Gem Nation family. Turn on the notification bell. We are coming live every day this week. Today is, like I said, day 5. And then we'll be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And I just came up with the idea to come together as community, a call-in type show for Thursday. So to be in the evening, I'm going to say probably 9 p.m. as well. But I'll make sure to post that in the on the community page. And so again, oh, did I say my name? I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. I am the founder of This A Here channel. I'm in the South, y'all, so I try to talk Southern every so often. But I'm the founder of This A Here channel and other platforms that you may be aware of, maybe not. Black Travel and Culture is part of my community. Investing for Independence is part of my community, and the list goes on. But on this channel here, we talk all things wellness, travel, and finance from a cultural perspective, from a Black woman's point of view, who believes that these are areas that we as a community need to be stronger in. And we see that now so more than ever with the cuts to Medicaid, with the fact that we need to start thinking about Plan B, C, D, E, F, G when it comes to where we're going to live. So that includes travel, right? And then today's topic is all about making smart decisions as it relates to our finances as we prepare for the worst with all of these cuts. And you see something scrolling at the bottom of the screen. This is just a fact. And as I go through the facts today, understand one of my new favorite quotes is, "Facts may change feelings, but feelings will never change facts." So if this information has you feeling a way emotionally, that's okay, but it's not going to change what is happening. So the only option we have to change how we're feeling is to deal with the facts and come up with solutions. And just for the new people that have been in the comment section, this is some house cleaning. Understand that I don't tolerate BS. There are some people who, got lost coming to this channel and felt that they had to make certain comments about our community, about maybe even how long the videos are. Understand, let me just tell you a little bit about me. I am so committed to this movement. I am so committed to our people. I'm a HBCU grad. I worked in Black media all my career. I am a activist. I grew up with a family who taught me all about community and loving my community and stopping at nothing for my community. And to top it off, y'all, I just happen, let me take this off the screen so I can look into the eyes of those people. Don't waste your time with the BS, because that's exactly what you'll be doing. Most of the times people won't even see your comments because I have filters on. We don't have time for the BS here. But also, you'll be in the ether talking to yourself, and I will give zero, the word. Because guess what? I just happen to be a Gemini as well. And if you don't know what that means, think of people like Prince, Patti LaBelle, Kanye West, and even number 47, which means we don't care. You are wasting your energy. We keep it real, and we proceed according to our plans, not according to your plans. So if you want me to shorten the video, this ain't the place for you. I tell people all the time, speed it up, watch it on 2 times playback speed. I could care less, but I'm not gonna do a 7-second video because you want me to do a 7-second video. So anyway, that's some housekeeping. This may not be the place for you. I don't pretend to be everything for everybody. I'm good with that. That's why social media is such a huge place, because you can find places, you can find your tribe, you can find your community over there. So anyway, that was the little bit of housekeeping. We're going to get into some real numbers and the top 5 things we should be focused on and paying attention to. And I'm also going to share what's coming up this week. And I'm going to say hi to everybody, like I said, in a second. Let's do a quick recap. This is the Stay Ready So We Don't Have to Get Ready series 2.0. We started this back in November. We went 60 days or so straight trying to educate people on what was to come. And listen, I told no lies. And I'm so happy for the people who already started taking action. But it's not too late. You got to start soon. No, you got to start now, kind of sort of with some of these things. But let's get into formation and let's hold each other accountable in these areas. And so what did we talk about so far, just in case you missed our conversations? Day one, I took some notes. Day one was our progress is under attack. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We see it with all of the things that they're trying to erase. We also see it with, excuse me, we also see it with the fact that what they're planning to do, and we'll talk more about that this week, as far as enforcement of deportation, doesn't it just include Latin Americans? No, it doesn't. And we have seen that, and we talked about that. When was it? November, December, what the plan was going to be. But our progress is under attack. All those strides we made during civil rights, they're trying to erase that. All the amendments that came before that, they're trying to erase those. We talked yesterday about fair housing. Oh, they're trying to get rid of that. So our progress is under attack. What can be done? Are we going to go backwards? I don't plan to go backwards. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure many of us don't end up going backwards. Then day number 2 was 5 ways we can survive the drastic, devastating healthcare cuts outlined in this new bill. It's all about a new Black America, y'all. And that's how we have to start thinking. It's not yesterday's America. It's not the the progress is being halted. Let's just say that. So we need to continue to keep our eyes on the prize and seeing what we're willing to do as far as staying safe. Day number 3. Oh no, wait a minute. I might have missed something. Well, anyway, yesterday was the big bill versus Project 2025. The thumbnail said Project 2025 is here. We in danger, y'all. Yes, we in danger. We in danger. But you know what I did after that heavy conversation yesterday? You see this background? This is where I was. This is where I was. This was the calm after the storm. Tropical storm Chantel popped out of nowhere, and the sun started coming out. And so I headed to the beach because I'm going to protect my peace. I pray and ask that you guys protect your peace. I also stated that, say the serenity prayer. There are things that we can change. There's things that we cannot change. Ask God, your creator, for the wisdom to know the difference, and stop wasting your time on things you can't change. There's a lot of action we can take to put us in better position. That's what we should be focusing on. So today is all about 5 smart money moves. 5 smart moves to protect your money now and how to prepare for the worst. Because I said it all through the first series. It's about the money, honey. The rich will be okay. The super rich will be extra okay. But as you can see from what's on the bottom of the screen, there is going to be an increase of what is going to be required for us to continue to survive in this new Black America. And these numbers are pretty hefty. And so we're going to talk about what we should do in that area. Then we're going to talk about the Great American Purge. How to keep the most vulnerable in our community safe. So if you know of seniors, disabled, they're not off the deportation block. They're not going to say, the senior citizen. Matter of fact, I'm going to play some audio from something that happened in Georgia a couple weeks ago where they were rounding up our senior citizens and taking them off to God knows where. And there's going to be more of that. So we're going to talk about the Great American Purge and steps that each of us need to. We already know the numbers. We went over the numbers, what they have planned. Over 1 million deportations, right? The Department of ICE is now the largest funded government agency in history, police agency in history. And so we need to take that serious, and we need to protect those who can't protect themselves. Our young people, our older people, our disabled people, etc. And then day 7, we're going to go over all of the documents that you must have gathered and ready to go. Ready to go if you go. And some of those are obvious, of course, like the passports, blah, 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 blah. But there's so many other documents that we started going over during the first series. More have been added to the list, and it's even more critical now. Like yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I talked about having heirs' rights, right? Or not heirs' rights, but your heirs clearly listed on any property that you have, and not just one person. You need to break that down, because for people that they can take wealth away from, they will. The great this is the greatest transfer of wealth. They're not just talking about the billionaires. The expectation for Black America is that our average net, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's hot, y'all. Our assets well, wealth, you can say, will be zero. That's the average that they're expecting by 2035, I think it is. We're going to talk about ways to protect that as well. So let me say hi to some people. And listen, if y'all don't like me saying hi to my people, this ain't the community for you. So again, I don't care. I care about my community, but if little things like that irritate you, this is not the community for you. It's not rocket science. Like there's many communities that I scroll past because they may do things that I don't like. I give you permission to keep scrolling. So let me say hi to my people. Hey, Ebad, girl, you joined at 7:51. No, today was an 8 o'clock day. Tomorrow is 10 o'clock, and then Wednesday is 9 p.m. Yes, Show About Nothing says y'all were early. Oh, your West Coast time anxiety. Hi, Miss P. I hope you're doing well as well. We always love when you are able to join. Hey, Moni in the middle. How are you? Hey, Just One, good to see you. Hey, Siobhan, good to see you. Christine is in the building with her wrench. So no funny business. Hey, ABX girl. What's up, my fellow BX girl? Hey, Cynthia, good to see you. Yes, please, if you're in the building, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. And if you troll, you will no longer exist here. So there's that. And listen, I don't see the comments most of the time. I try to let people live, give them grace at least one time. Don't push Christine. She doesn't give the same grace I do. Hey, Tabasco, it's been a minute. Good to see you. Hakeem probably really busy moving people money around. Listen, we're going to talk about we could start there. Actually, we'll start there. Let me finish saying hi to people. Hi, Creative Flavors and Travel. Hey, Lisa. Yes, thank you. Net worth. Thank you so much. Well, I said wealth. The net worth. You were paying attention in the Maximize Assets Grow Abundance. Thank you. I should have been. Yes. Yeah. It's been, listen, we've been talking about this in my industry, which is the multicultural industry, for the past 10 years. And so, yeah. Okay. So we'll talk about, hey, Lotus Flower. Lotus says, hi, Kim with the gems, new sub. Did anyone hear Ricky Smoke's on the bill? It's getting real. If you're a new sub, it's probably something we discussed here already, but I don't know what he said. I don't follow him. Understand there's been a lot of misinformation from his side as well about other things. So I just always say when it comes to listening to or watching media that is commercial, that outside of like PBS, outside of Associated Press, outside of, and I put together a whole free resource guide for people to pay attention to certain news outlets because they're not bought and paid for. So I just caution people when it comes to commercial media, and that includes like the big ones, right? The real big ones. So again, but thank you for being part of the Gym Nation. Tony Africa, Christine was just asking about you. What's up, Tony? Good to see you. Okay, so let's get into it. The one thing about this country is, and we've seen it time and time again in so many different areas, that money, and you know what, I'll start this way. If anyone saw Do the Right Thing, it's an old school movie, Spike Lee, who I adore as a creator, director. He had a part in Do the Right Thing where they were talking about, it was the Italians in the pizza shop, and they were having a conversation. Was it with Radio Raheem? I can't remember. But they were talking about Michael Jordan. And as melanated as Michael Jordan is and was then, they did not see him as Black. They did not see him similar to like OJ Simpson. Like when you have money, and I mean real money, then you're colorblind because this country is built on green. And so they will make exceptions in certain areas. I mean, there's certain clubs we will never be allowed into, but they will make exceptions for people with money. They will also try to take our money, as we have seen with other examples, and I'm not going to get into those now. And my light may go off, so it may get a little darker. But yeah, so paying attention to what is going on as it relates to the cuts that they're making and how it's going to impact our communities financially the hardest. And so let me just, I do, I always like to put some stats together and put my notes together. So just give me 1 second. But let's just get into it. When it comes to, okay. When it comes to medical expenses, when it comes to housing market pressures, when it comes to debt, when it comes to AI job market disruptions, and when it comes to everything related to climate and energy costs, we gonna get hit by this. We gonna get hit hard by this bill, y'all, more so than anybody else, or at least compared to the white people, right? We are often more uninsured or underinsured. We are often facing crises when it comes to our rents going up, but our wages not, because, we are underpaid. And so when the rents go up 10%, but we're already underpaid and our salaries are maybe increasing 1%, 2%, we're in trouble. We in danger, y'all. We overconsume, so we have so much of our money leveraged in debt. And that includes not just credit cards, but student loan debts. And as you know, those are going to have to be paid back again. If you were lucky enough, blessed enough to have those forgiven, I think there's still some people, but those are being wiped out. And then when it comes to us lagging behind in the space of AI, the understanding of AI, and how it's going to impact a lot of the jobs that our community benefits from. And then the dismantling of DEI, all of that is going to, that's why I called it the Break Black and Brown People's Back bill, because all that weight, all that pressure, they're trying to break us. And so if you look at what the costs can mean for us, and I had it kind of scrolling, the average person may need between, let's round it up to 600,000, between 600,000 and 800,000 to survive 10 years. So I think our average, the average income now is well below that, is well below the minimum. So if you're talking breaking the 600,000, dividing that by 10 years, that's 60,000. Our median household income is well below the 60,000 that is going to be needed annually. And that's at the bare minimum level. That doesn't include the wild cards of job instability or healthcare coverage. And if you look at the higher end of that, we're looking at, you must have at minimum $80,000 per year. Now, some of y'all are like, oh, I got that. I'm good. If you're talking about in your retirement account and you're nowhere near retirement age, no, you don't have it. You really don't. If you're talking about you have it because of a high paying job that you may have, do you really have it for the next 10 years with the way job cuts are happening? So we have to be really smart, really strategic in how we are going to future proof our income, because that is going to be what keeps us safer. I'm not going to say 100% safe, but it keeps us safer. And so again, you have the base survival cost, which was the lower number. The base survival cost of 600,000 technically is 588,000, rounding it up to 600,000. That is the base survival cost. But then when you add expenses like healthcare, put 20% on that. Put 20% on that. And we're talking 10 years, right? Because I think, I did a video when we did the first round. Average healthcare out of pocket is like $9,000, $10,000 per year. So put 20% on that. And then if there's market disruption, there's another percentage that you need to put on that. And these numbers are generic, general, because it depends on where you live. We know California and New York, and California, New York, and is it Florida? Those are some of the higher cost of living states. So we have to adjust for that. Now, if you're in middle America, rural America, then, you adjust according to the cost of living where you are and how things will be impacted. So remember, we went over what states are going to feel the brunt of the Medicaid and Medicare cuts greater than the others. And a lot of those are the blue states. And so when we talk about solutions, pull up my notes on that, there are solutions that we can prepare for, right? There are solutions that we can start shifting our mindset so that these things are not going to happen overnight for some of us, right? But start thinking about maybe these are possibilities. And we have a community. Actually, tomorrow we start the coaching. Last week we did the Decode Your Talents and Design Your 5+ Figure Income Bootcamp. Again, why was this course created? Why did we put this together? Because of the conversation we're having tonight, because of the conversation that I started having with this community back in November about this same topic. And so many people are like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make money. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Listen, we are all about accelerated pace. As someone, both me and Andrea, who are facilitators of this course, we have both generated multiple 5+ figure income business ideas in short spans of time without doing the 6-month business plan, looking for investors and all of that, because it really doesn't take all that. And they know the secret sauce. So we want us to be aware and act on the same, tips and gems that they have over there, we're bringing over here. So let's get into the top 5. And remember, this is all about being free. This is all about changing your mindset, because the world is changing. This is a new Black America. So when we talk about finances, and you know what? I'd like to know who's in the room. So if you're in the chat right now, put together if you think you're good for the next 10 years, or put in the chat, I'm good, if you think you're good for the next 10 years. And if you think, girl, I'm in danger, put danger in the chat. I just want to see who's in here. And y'all know how I get if y'all don't respond. So don't make me go there today. I'm in a pretty good mood today. Been a busy day, but in a pretty good mood. So yeah. So we talk about securing our financial future proofing our the next 10 years as self-liberation. We have to do for self. We have to look out for self. And I'll start off there, because another reason why we brought the Maximize Assets and Grow Abundance um, community and course at the top of the year was because of this as well. And so we know that there are people that are going to make so much money off of other people's problems. OPP. Christine knows how I am with quoting a rap song. um, and some will be because of some of those moves, those business moves will be because people have a affinity for the community that they serve. Most of them will be because it's a capitalistic world or society, the US. You need to figure out where you fit in there. But you also, more importantly, need to understand how the rich are playing this game. What are they called? The oligarchs now? We've been here before. There's nothing new under the sun. They used to be called the robber barons. You can look those people up. Many of them are still wealthy today, but the game is still the same. The game is still the same. And while many of us will never, ever see that type of excess wealth, and many of us don't want to see it, it is out there. And so even if you figure out the numbers that you need, so maybe all you need is an extra 800,000. So, if you lose your job, you're good. Extra 800,000 over 10 years, that's $80,000. You can make $80,000 based on your talent, based on your commitment. You can make $80,000 in this day and age with a computer or a phone with no problems if you are committed. I don't want to overstate, but let's just say I can. I can make $80,000 with no problem. But I'm also a salesperson in the next 3 months, starting today. So again, the more you flex those muscles of knowing what your emotional type is, knowing what you like to do, what you're good at, leaning into what comes natural, that's where the magic happens. That's where the success lies. And so we brought Hakee Webb, who Christine referenced a few minutes ago, to be the main facilitator of the Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance course. And the reason why he was brought in was because he has over 30 years, not as just a, a financial planner. No, he owns a firm. He's owned a firm that he owns a different firm now, but he was one of the first few Black men who owned a firm on Wall Street. He has seen the market ebb and flow. He has seen what these market makers do, or robber barons, or oligarchs, or whatever you want to call it. He is on the inside of that. But he also loves us. He also loves his people. He also wrote a book. Oh my gosh, I have the book. I brought it with me. But he wrote a book called Yes, I've Been Tithing, So Why Am I Still Broke? Because, the church has done a number on us there too, but we're not talking about that today. But he is committed to this community, and he is committed to making sure we end up on the right side of this. So there's a playlist you can check out with him on this channel. I've brought him. Not only do we have the paid course for replay that's available, there's a wealth of free information on this channel as well too. But if you want to use his services, if you want to, and before I say that, one of the things we need to do is to get in community with people who understand money and how to make it in the market, and when to see that the tide may be shifting so that you can pivot your money and not get caught up. because the people on the inside know what's going on way before the average retail investor. And so let's start there, because technically it wasn't number one. It was technically number five. But watch what the wealthy are doing by learning from someone who understands. You can't just watch and think you know. A lot of us don't even understand the basic terminology of inflation, economics, tariffs, and all of that, or how they impact the value of the dollar. Get you someone who can look at what you have planned, where you want to, where you are now, where you want to go financially, and help, and how they can help get you there. But I always say they have to be licensed. They can't just be random Joe Schmo on YouTube, because most of these people they've seen the market go up. They haven't seen the market flatline and stay there for a minute and then rebound. So we'll start there. Number one, watch what these wealthy people who are controlling our government right now are doing with their money. There's ways to do that, but we'll talk about that at another time. But the simplest way to do that is find a reputable financial, and I'm not going to say advisor, a financial expert who has not only the years in, but they also have the credentials. And so that's number one. Number two, we're talking about how to make smart money moves as an act of self-liberation as the world changes, right? Number one, we just went over. Number two, when it comes to your spending, as I said, we overconsume as a culture. Money burns holes in our pockets, as my people used to say. Soon as we get it, we got to spend it. A lot of that comes from, not having for such a long time. And now we have to show things off and offer, make it so that people can see us and see our money, versus us really having money. We have debt. We look good. We drive nice cars. We have nice houses, but not all of us. But, even the ones that don't have nice houses, you pass by their house, you may see a $50,000 car sitting up in their driveway. We overconsume. Let's pull back on that. Let's stop buying things for the short term, at least, that don't increase in value. If it does not increase in value, or at least maintain value, so if you need to sell, you can, don't buy it right now. Take that money and invest it into something that is going to have a return. So, meaning you buy a new car right now, brand new off the parking lot. I'm just going to do for math. Let's say it's $20,000. As soon as you drive that car off the lot, it's 15. That's a 15. You done lost $5,000 in value as soon as you drove it off the lot. I don't know, a $900 pair of shoes. Do we really need those right now? No, because things are about to get worse, y'all. And that's what I want to drill in. This is not just, can some of us do it? Absolutely. Should we? Absolutely not. Because where we are today may not be where we are going to be tomorrow if we keep making unwise decisions with our money. So stop consuming things that don't, stop purchasing things that don't increase in value, or at least maintain their value, and start making wiser decisions when it comes to spending. Next up, and I'm gonna try to get through these faster, y'all, because it's already 8:45. I didn't even realize. If you have any questions about anything I'm saying, go ahead and put them in the chat. But let me just qualify myself as to why I know I am able to speak about money. I started working in a stockbrokerage when I was 17 years old, had no idea what I was doing, met a great white man who took the time to tell me about investing and the power of compound interest, child. I started investing from my first job that I had. A portion of my money always went out into a brokerage account. Then I invested on my own as well through a brokerage account. I also worked for Commodities Futures Trading Commission, which is another form of investing. When you learn about commodities like wheat, all that other stuff. A lot of money gets poured in and out of commodities. And so I learned about that. I never wanted to go into investing, but I always stayed close to it. I always understood how to read market moves and activities. I also stayed close with people who are part of the market making community. And so, if nothing else, I can share the basics with you and I can point you in the right direction for more help. And so, when it comes to finances, we just have to really, really, really be smart starting now. Should have started yesterday, right? But starting now. Next up, and this is a little different, but having a clear plan. I so hate the word budget. The word budget to me is not the best term to use as far um, as getting people to listen, so to speak. Budget is like a four-letter word. People get turned off by budget. But we do need a financial plan. We do need a direction of what we are going to do with our money so that we don't get off track. Case in point, if your goal is to, and I love this topic, move abroad, right? Permanently, temporarily, I don't care. But if your goal is to move abroad, you should have a financial plan for that. Some people may call it a budget, but you need to have a financial plan in place, because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so what people do financial plans in different ways. You can have other people manage your financial plans. You can manage them yourself, but you need to have, and I say, another one of my favorite sayings is, what's the best way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't try to consume the whole elephant, right? So when you're doing that financial plan, it should be in easily digestible phrases or time frames. So like with our Decode Your Talent, Design Your Five-Figure Income course, we have a 30, a 60, and a 90-day income plan. Not a year from now, not 5 years from now. It's 30, 60, 90-day income plan to get us to our goal. Every 30 days, we're going to reevaluate where we are in that goal. And I'm actually doing the challenge with them as well. But yeah, so have a budget, AKA financial plan, to keep you on track to whatever that goal is that you want to be. So I mentioned moving abroad, but it could be something like, I want to leave my job. I want to leave my job. Put a plan together and check it at least, sometimes I say 28 days, sometimes I say 30 days, but that should be the max. 30 days that you are checking this plan that you can do for 90 days, but again, it's broken down into 30-day increments. So let me just see what y'all are saying, and then I'll get to the last two areas before we say adios. Where are y'all? Here y'all are. Okay. Yeah, no job is safe. Let Let me just see where. So y'all say, hey, hey, hey. New subscriber, Tony Africa. Okay. Lisa says, your media list would be a great resource. I would love to have. Oh, okay. Media sources we can use because it's a lot of misinformation. Yeah. It's actually on my Beacons page and it's for free. I don't know if I can get it. You know what? It should, you know what? It should be in the description. I have a standard description. And if it said, it may say beacons.ai/black travel culture. That's my Beacons page. But Christine, if you can get it, you know what? I'll try to make sure it's in the description at the end of this. Okay. When you have money, they see your color as green for sure. Absolutely. That is the most important color in a capitalistic society. Yeah. Yeah, Tony is out of here too. I love Miss P's. I don't know if you're here now or because I know you were in, I think, Mexico or Panama, one of the two. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Ms. P says, if you depend solely on an employer, that is a mistake. Yep. We got to find ways to create income independent of a job in order to survive now. Absolutely. No job is safe. Even nurses and teachers are getting fired. So it's so interesting that you said that. I don't know if anyone's in here from the decode your talent and design your 5+ figure income boot camp and coaching, but there's a sister in there and she's actually a nurse for the federal government. And we are so excited to have her because if you are a nurse, you are sitting on a 6-7+ figure income if you do it the right way. The way healthcare is going to be snatched, the way people are in fear about what's going on in that space, even if you don't like talking to people, I can't even share all the gems, but there's things you can create to help them out. There's just so many arms that people can or legs that people can use in that industry and others as well. But you're right. Okay, to ABS girls, like she a danger child. That's what I'm saying. Like more of us, definitely not good. Yeah, more of us are in danger. Miss P in danger. Cynthia danger. Just one says, nope. Is that danger? Or what was the other thing I said? Y'all be testing my memory and I don't feel good. Okay, just one says danger. Yep, Calvin Turner. Hey, Calvin, danger. Christine had to emphasize danger. Not sure, still running the numbers. Okay, good. Listen, not everybody is, I don't know what Privacy Act means, but you need security. Hey, Susie Clark, good to see you. Yeah, so again, I want us to feel like we're less in danger because we have a plan as it relates to our finances. With this big break your black, break, not big, excuse me, the Break Black and Brown People's Bill. I want us to stay ahead of that and try to at least position ourselves so that we are in less danger. Okay, so let me finish the last two areas that we need to focus on to keep our finances right. I said, watch what the wealthy are doing and learn from an experienced license, meaning not just license like they got a certificate off of Coursera, meaning licensed that if they do anything that is unethical, they goes to federal prison. Well, as of now, they do. We don't know. We don't know what the future will look like, but I'm sure if it's one of us, they go into federal prison. So that was number one. Number two, stop over consuming and buying things that hold no value or especially don't increase in value. I knew my light was going to go off. I was sweating from it anyway. Also, plan the work and work the plan, meaning get you a financial plan in place a short term 30, 60, 90-day plan that you reference often that will keep you on track. And this is going to rinse and repeat so that when, all of these new initiatives hit, or when you're ready to start to exit the country, you have the money. Or if you're ready to get, so this is number 4 that I'm going into. Number 4 is, now everybody, may not co-sign this, and that's okay, but communal living. We used to do it. Other cultures do it. Many other cultures do it, even in New York. So when you look at, I don't even know if I could call out the cultures on this platform, so I'm not going to do it. But there are many other cultures that are able to build and maintain wealth because they cohabitate. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the same exact house, which will make things more affordable, but at least in the same community where you don't have to pay for babysitters. You don't have to pay for, hopefully you'll have, people who have some type of skill within that community. So you don't have to go outside and pay others to paint your house or to fix the plumbing or whatever that looks like. One of the reasons that I am in the South right now is because that's part of my plan, right? I shared yesterday. If you didn't see the video yesterday, check out the We in Danger, y'all video, because I talked about the house that I'm having remodeled, which is across the street from my god sister, which was my godmother's house. The house behind me was one of my mom's, like, she's older than my mom, but she was like one of my mom's nearest and dearest people. She's like family. I always thought she was related anyway. But her and her family are in that house. To the left of me, my mother's someone she grew up with. 2 houses down is her 5th grade friend from 5 years old. I keep saying 5th grade, but since they were little kids running in the street together, they went to college together, bought a house on the same street together. My parents bought the house right next door to them because I think, someone that wasn't part of the community, once they left, it was like, oh no, we're going to control what we can control. And so saying all that to say, if ish hits the fan, if I can't get across, the border where I have residency, we have a space that is big enough. Actually, it's being not condensed, it's being reconfigured so that it's 2 family. One, I don't want to get into details. One is to house a lot of people. The other side is more for a smaller family. And so again, just thinking about how you can plan for communal living. Now, that may not mean that you go out and buy a house or anything like that, but okay, you got, you may be in Chicago and most of your family is from the South, and you still know you have family in the South. Start having those conversations. Like, listen, things may hit the fan. What should be the move? Like, what should be the homestead? What should be home base if we all need to come together to keep each other safe? So start researching communal living. And when you do things like that, again, you can grow food. You can, if you're into growing chickens and harvesting eggs and all of, not hard, well, they hard, but, picking eggs and all of that, then that's another act of self-liberation to keep us safe as a community. And so I never wanted to live in South Carolina, but guess what? I'm gonna be ready, so I don't have to get ready. How about that? If I need to come here, I'm coming. And if I don't, my family's gonna be here. Whoever needs to be here will be here. And so that's why there's such an urgency to get this work done. We've been dilly-dallying, dragging our toes, but nope. Nope, we're getting it done. And so before I get into the last one, I just want to say, if you have not liked this video, see, a simple way to say thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. Also, it helps the information get out to more people. People like us, people who need this information. Now, some other scragglers are going to come and find this, and then some of them may act up. I also say, if you see comments in the comment section from weirdos, ignore them. We don't have energy to waste. We do not have energy to waste. Let them be miserable. Let them do what they do. And sometimes they're not even real people, they're bots. So please ignore any mess. Protect your peace. Do whatever you need to plan. Don't waste time on anything else. It should all be about planning and making sure we're safe for the future, because things are going to get worse, y'all. Okay, and then fifth and final tip, and we kind of talked about it already: increase your income now. Increase your income now. We all have a gift and or a talent. We all have something that we like to do, that we are doing for free, not getting paid to do. Start stacking up your income now, because things are going to get worse, y'all. And so let me see if I could share this. If I could share this, I'll share this document. It's a document that kind of just shows, some simple ideas, right? And it's not even really comparing your talent or anything with what you like to do. It's just simple things that can be done to make some extra income. So I talked about it. Did I talk about it yesterday, or it could have been the day before? I'm a notary. I can do things to help me generate money in that field. And it's not just, signing a document for $2. Mobile notaries that work for attorneys or automobile companies or mortgage brokers and all of that, they live in a good life without spending a whole lot of time. Like, this is something you can do part-time, you can do, on the weekends, whatever. And I'm not saying become a notary. What I'm saying is find something. If it's braiding hair, if it's doing nails, if it's babysitting, if it's cooking healthy meals, what you're doing, pre-plan, right? The meals with the calories and all of that, whatever it is, help. Listen, I'm not one to DoorDash, but there are a lot of people out there doing food deliveries and stuff like that. And when I say I'm not one to DoorDash, I don't order DoorDash. I don't order food from people I don't know who's delivering, especially nowadays. But if you want to become, if you want to start increasing your income, research, see how much people can make. And maybe that extra few $100s a week can get you to whatever plan and or goal that is. Not everybody's designed to be an entrepreneur, to be a CEO. Not everybody wants to be that. If you're a good handy person, if you know how to fix things, offer your services, create some type of unique value proposition where you will stand out, and you can then, generate additional income on the side, part-time, that may get you to full-time. If you get fired from your job, if you lose your job, whatever, get furloughed, whatever, it's a stay ready so we don't have to get ready move. And so I'm trying to find the document, and it's actually, hold on, I closed the window. But so yeah, start really thinking about what you can do to make money on the side. For anyone who answered danger girl or danger, this should be priority, because there are if y'all really could understand how much money floats around on a daily basis in circulation from one hand to the other, so many of us just don't realize or know how to get it. And so, again, why we're building the communities and the courses that we're building is simply because things are going to get worse, y'all. And I hate to say it like that, but it's definitely, oh, there's the document. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I'm just going to go through this hopefully I can share it. And then we can finish reading the comments and then we can tap out. Hold on. So share screen. Listen, we learning how to prepare for the worst. So would this be a slide? No, it's not a slide. It's a file. No, it's not a file. Oh, it's share screen. Hold on. I should be able to share screen. Let me stop sharing this one and then go here, share screen. Okay, it's not going to let me share the screen. You know what? I have to download it. Let me download it real quick and then I can share it. But yeah, so start thinking what it is that you like to do, what it is you can do. Y'all know we just came off the 5-day boot camp. If you need additional help in that area, you can watch the replays. They're available. I think right now they're like $70 off. You'll see the link. You could check it out. The coaching is closed for this session because we start tomorrow and you have to get through the videos. But if you just want to jumpstart and learn how to take what you already are blessed with, you were given at birth, you innately have, and turn that into some real money, go ahead and watch the replays. The link is in the description. So let me download this real quick to a PDF. Here we go. And then let me see if I can open it now. Let me know if anybody in here is doing anything on the side to generate some additional income. Very curious to know. Very curious to know. Here we go. Is this it? No. Jam. Oh, because I didn't do document. I just did share screen. So not slide, not video file, not image file, slides, PDF. There's PDF. Slides and PDF. From my computer. It's not pulling up for me, y'all, but I'll read over it. Let me just read them because it's going to take too long. So it's low cost business ideas, right? Super low cost that you can start now. Some of could be no cost depending on, what you already have in your possession. But if you're interested in doing some type of home-based childcare, if the demands are rising due to the tax credits, if you're interested in doing bookkeeping or tax prep, this is a very viable and sustainable business idea. If you are into tutoring or digital coaching, especially when it comes to new technology, people need coaching about that. As part of our 5-day boot camp, we're learning about how to create a digital twin, which Andrea teaches how to, create your digital doppelganger, because that is going to help catapult you to a whole different financial stratosphere, because it's like having someone to do the work for you. And so we're going to get deeper in that during coaching, but this was part of the 5-day curriculum. If you're into event planning, do you know that event planning will still happen? You can focus on micro weddings, like things like that, like smaller weddings. That can be your specialty, because people are not going to have the funds to throw away $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 like they did. So go ahead, look into things like that. I said tutoring, learning pods, senior care companionship. Like if you are a health and wellness individual, you are a CNA, you are a tech, a nurse, you're no longer doing that. These are areas, the demand is going to be so great in the foreseeable future, these are certain areas that you should really look into and strategize on. And the startup costs are so puny. I mean, we're looking at anywhere startup costs $250 to a couple thousand, depending on how sophisticated. And also, no, you do not need a website. You do not need a website. I have to underscore that. And then you could always take like a free course in some of these areas, especially if you want to be a coach, whatever, just to build up your skills and to make you look more credible. But that's also not necessary. But again, these are areas that I want us to start thinking about. There's a whole another list. I mean, a whole list of other options that we go over through in the course. But feel free to do your own research and figure out what's going to work for you. Because, oh, I see some other recommendations. But yeah, so just before we get into the comments, I just really want to end this topic by saying things are going to get worse. But those who plan will mitigate some of the issues or problems that will arise for those who don't plan or are not paying attention to what's going on. And so the whole reason for this series, again, is to make sure that we stay ready so we don't have to get ready. And after each one of these, take some action. If anything I said or someone else said in the comments resonates with you and it's something you know you need to do, take action. Take action, do something now that can help you get to the finish line quicker. And so I want to reiterate that tomorrow our topic is going to be about the Great American Purge. We are meeting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. If you are in this community and you're part of the Decode Your Talent, Design Your Five-Figure Income, 8 o'clock tomorrow, 8 p.m. on time, Eastern Standard Time for week 1 of coaching. And then on day 6, on day 7, we are going to go over all of the documents that are necessary that we should have in our ready to go, stay ready toolkit, completed, ready for whatever. We need them now. We needed them when we started talking about what did I say? We should start applying before the end of the year. But these cuts that are coming are going to affect so many divisions of the federal government and some of the places where we need to get the information from, especially if you need to speak to somebody or if you need any other detailed information. We need to get this done now. So again, I just want to make sure that we all are paying attention to what's going on, that we all are taking action so we are not left. The train has already left the station, right? But we just don't want to be the only ones left behind. And I also want to once again thank everyone who watched yesterday's video. My gosh. Let me see. I didn't look recently, but right now I believe we are at nearly 14,000 views. Like y'all, that word danger, I think, lit some fire under people's behinds. Whatever it was, I appreciate all of the love, all of the people saying, oh, I'm so glad I found you. This one lady, oh my gosh, I want to talk about her more during I did say on Thursday, we're going to have a open Q&A. I'm going to provide the call-in number. If people call in, great. If people don't, then we won't be here long. But I want people to be able to share any experiences, also offer drop more gems, because like I said, this is not just about me talking. It's about the community building on solutions, right? And so that is on Thursday. And then just to recap, yesterday was the big bill versus Project 2025, the difference with Black America. The day before, 5 ways we can survive devastating healthcare cuts due to the bill. Before that, our progress is under attack. Are we going backwards, and what can we do? Then I just did a quick live talking about the new Independence Day. Like, is it really Independence Day? Because, anywho. And then, yeah, so that was it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3 more. We have Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm missing something, y'all. Maybe it was the We Gonna Be All Right. No, that was in June, so that wasn't it. But anyway, we started the series. It just gives the date. I know we didn't start on July 4th. I guess we did. The 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go through Thursday at least. So anyway, let me get to the last few comments and then we're out of here, y'all. We are out of here. And if you haven't liked, go ahead and like the video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Is there a code for the one-on-one coaching? No, there's not, but I'm looking at who's asking this question. I think you and I had a separate situation before, and it was custom. So the coaching is currently, my hour coaching is currently $25 off. But that's not what you got. So if you're looking at something and the price looks different, it's because that's not what you got. That was something different. But thank you. So you know what? I'll clarify that and then respond to this question. You would consider K Rockworld, you would consider co-living, communal living? Yes. Creative Flavor says facts. Just One says, come on back to the hood. Be with us, folks. Listen, if my community was in the hood, that's exactly where I would be. You know, I'm going where my peoples is, and where my peoples who know how to get down with the get down. This is the South, child. Listen. Play if you want to. Oh, goodness. Not if it hits the fan, but when it hits the fan. Because, honey, the writing's on the wall. Yeah. Yep. Christine has been clear about that since the day I met her. Appreciate you, girl. You're welcome. Susie, you're from South Carolina, currently reside in North Carolina. Listen, let me just tell you, as much as I don't want to live here, just because multiple reasons. Not that, I come here every year and I spend at least a month here, probably close to a month, if not a full month every year. But I don't like being in places where everybody knows your peoples and everybody know you. And if they don't, they think they do, and they'll make up a story like they do. Like, that's just not me. I like big city energy. And so that's primarily the reason. But I was out today to do some work, and I had my mom's college shirt on, and somebody walked up to me. Turns out I was on the phone with her husband last Monday, a week ago. He's the one who referred one of the contractors that I'm using for a couple things, to me. Never met this woman before in my life, but every time I go out, I'm meeting somebody I never met before in life, but they're connected to me in some way. Oh, and her husband is best friends with one of my cousins. Like, just a fascinating. I just like that type of people are going to look out when they need to. Oh, Cynthia says she's so cool with communal living. Yes. That's right, Susie. Multiple sources of income. Now, again, you have to pray and you have to understand that you're in a community and that you have to work together, and it's not your way or the highway. So it's not like if you are providing the land or the house or something, you're still inviting community. It's not your way or the highway. And I'm talking to myself, child. I'm talking to myself. I got to remember it's not my way or the highway. But no, it's just really to make sure that we are good. Like we want for nothing. I know how to cook. Like we all bring something to the table. Cynthia says, it's so smart. And if you notice back in the day when people from other countries came here opening businesses, they all lived, not back in the day, child, in New York, that is still happening from multiple other countries. And not just when they start business, they stay together when they are successful in business and stack that paper. And that's why they're rich and we're not. But that used to be us. And then, the division happened. Again, I want us to eventually read collectively Carter G. Woodson, Frederick Douglass, books and speeches, and 48 Laws of Power. Y'all, if y'all haven't read that, let's read that together too, because trust and believe, y'all already know I did a book list that included The Art of War. That was, well, for the old G's, I should say, the ones who've been around since November, December. All of that is free. It's listed free on the Beacons page. And let me go ahead and put that what you call it in now, that link, so that if you want to go to that page, you can either download, you could do whatever's available on that page, take advantage of it. And I just need to get to, okay, here we go. Beacons AI. And if you have any other questions about anything that I went over, feel free to, put in the comment section after this, and I will get to it. Okay. Digital store. Why did I do that? Share. And I'm gonna read the rest of the comments in a second. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the fact that some of y'all are sharing. Oh, the comments definitely had me in a way yesterday, in a good way. Like there were so many people that were just so like honest with where they are in the process and where they need to be. And thankful, for my commitment. And again, this is ordained. This is not me. This is not me. This is not me. Let's just say that this is not me. This is definitely a higher power. And I'm just, listening and then activating. And so I thank everyone who is taking out time. Of course, when you're looking for something, oh, here it is. I think this is it. So let me go ahead and put this in the chat. You may have to go through some things to find whatever you need, because there's a lot of things there, but free new resource. If you're looking for free, just filter by whatever's free and download whatever there's free. And then I will put, if you're interested in the how to make money, honey, and quickly, swiftly, and not just money. We set in goals, at least 5 figures, and that could be 10,000, that could be 99,000. That's up to you. But we're not just focusing on items that. Not items. We're not focusing on just making $5 here, $5 there. Our talents are too great for that. So I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. So I definitely want us to stay serious. I want us to stay prayed up. I want us to stay in community. I want us to just be prepared. And everyone, I mean, think about it in your jobs. Like, if you prepare for something, if you adequately prepare for something, then it's more than likely going to work out. Um, if you some things you could just, be flippant about and oh, here it is. And they may also work out, but the odds are great. I always like to play the odds. So if you're interested in trying to get past this, because that's the one thing. Listen, this is what, so I posted pictures from my beach visit yesterday, and I'll get back to this comment in a second. But the metaphor that I walked away with yesterday, a horrible storm came um out of nowhere, messed up almost everyone's vacation this holiday weekend in Myrtle Beach. Tropical storm Chantal. But guess what? Yesterday, the storm had passed. The sun came out. You can't really see here, but the beach, and this was yesterday later in the evening, later in the afternoon, beach was packed. It was windy, but people were outside enjoying the beach like there was never a storm there. You could see from the clouds, the wind was still. And that's life, right? It's gonna get a little stormy. The clouds are gonna get a little dark, but the sun will always return. And so that was my metaphor. And that's where, listen, I thank God for the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. Thank God in all things. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Thank God for all things. Like, it is not only the good things that we give thanks for. We give thanks. It's not thank, it's give thanks in all things. I should know the whole thing, because in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God. Like 1 Thessalonians 5:18. I see that almost every morning. I have certain things that pop up. And this is one of those things. It's going to be stormy, it's going to be rocky, but it's also going to produce something great. We don't know what it is, but something great will be produced after this. And so that's exactly what I'm here to do. Let me get to the rest of the comments. And what does it say? Immediate list would be a great. Okay, got that. If you depend, yep, got that. Danger, we got through the danger. And then I saw somebody with the long, here it is. Sorry. If when the grid goes down, you'll be glad then you invested in silver and gold, food and seeds, and most importantly, fresh water. Yeah. Not everybody's there though. And quite honestly, I don't even know if I could tell this story. But a good friend in another country is about to, when it comes to fresh water, he's about to come up in a way that most people never get to come up because of the land that was bequeathed to him. So find you some good people's child. This is what I mean by community, because that's somebody I could tap into who's in another country. And if something happens with the water, like, this is all about our network really being our net worth, right? And I'm not even talking from a career standpoint. I'm talking from a community building standpoint. Our network is going to be our net worth. And so we just need to make sure we stay in community. Hey, Kevin R. Good to see you back. Yes, please, whenever you can. Again, watch it on 2 times. Oh, Lord. Why does this person sound familiar? I may be wrong, but we'll see. K Rock World, should you still come The coaching session being as though you missed the boot camp classes. Yeah, no, we're gonna have another coaching session for people who watch the replays of the and do the work, that the assignments that the 5-day boot camp, I should say. We're Andrea and I are gonna host another coaching session. But if you want to just go ahead and jumpstart if you have not done the work of the boot camp, then no. That's why the cutoff for watching the replays, I think, was like Friday, because it's at least 6-7 hours of work, and then I mean of content, and then you have to do the work. So yeah, so we'll be back with another replay. I mean, we'll be back with another 4-week coaching session. Good. Selling real estate and mobile notary. Georgia won't let us do real estate closing. Oh, yeah. I did hear Georgia has some quirky laws when it comes to notary. But no, the people here the people in New York, I don't know about South Carolina, but the people in New York, if you do the right strategy, I know when it was the panorama, I did well. Just because it was simple. Yeah. Let's see. See some congratulations to Kevin on his move abroad coming up. Please consider doing another cohort soon. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do the 5-day boot camp soon, because the replays are available, and the information is there, right? And the 5-day boot camp, because it is summertime, it's hard to schedule with people. So we're going to have the boot camps running. And as soon as we get, at least 5 people who have watched, 5 to 7 people, I'll say, who have purchased the boot camp, we'll schedule another coaching session. So this coaching session goes until it starts tomorrow. The last day is on Tuesday, July 29th. So we'll pick back up with another coaching session in the beginning of August for those who have completed the 5-day boot camp replay review. The MAGA. Oh, you talking about the MAGA one? I got, and that's another thing. I have a video in the can waiting to just list all of the programs, but it has to get edited. So, well, it's not in the can. It has to get, there's a little bit more editing that needs to happen. Commercial cleaning, one office only, social. Oh, good, Susie. Social work assists individuals with getting disability benefits. I charge. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. So what we also go over in the 5-day boot camp, and it's in the replays, are the streams of income that you probably you don't even think about. Like, that can be ways to and I always say it's not easy, but it's simple. Easy means no effort. Simple means that you can do it if you apply yourself, right? And it's not complicated. It's not complex. And these are just things that Susie talks about that she does, that you don't need a PhD. You don't need to swim across the ocean. Like, these are things that, she found in her wheelhouse that she can do. Oh, you charge the same as an attorney. Exactly. It's your value proposition that's going to get you the higher premium fees, right? It's not, people work with people who they either like, respect, or trust. And we got to get more in the habit of knowing our worth and charging our worth. And Susie got it on lock. Yeah, that's right. Yep. I remember. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Yes. You'd like to speak face to face to who? Y'all know I be talking so much and so fast, and I don't even know what some of these comments are about. Yeah, most other countries, they live together, especially in the Middle East. Yeah. Listen, we need to get back to that. Yep, Cynthia, it's the truth. 48 laws of power. We all need to get back to that. I think I answered that already. Oh, you're welcome, Cynthia. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, sweetie. And you have done the same. Just knowing that, you know, listening to with how the spirits are guiding me, following their direction and seeing these comments, I know I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I agree. I agree, Cynthia. Boomerang, boomerang. Yes, we are all a work in progress. Stay in community. And understand, if you don't have a community, build one or find one. We are, they say 6 degrees of separation, right? I think with Black Americans, especially, we're 3 degrees of separation, if that. I can make, if whatever I need, I know it will take, if I know 3 people, I could get to whatever it is that I need for the most part. Now, some things may be 4 people, but for us as community Black people, we need to take advantage of how we were before we got here in community. You're running low on your bitters. Oh, and I'm not near um I'm not near them. So, because I have some in New York, but I'm not near them. You enjoy what you do because I have worked for over 30 years and lived it for 21 years. Yeah, that's how I feel too. So, whatever it comes to community, that is my passion. When it comes to making sure that any secrets that I was told, I try to share. I do a lot of stuff and give a lot of information for free. The paid courses are because I know how serious they are, and I know when people take things for free, they don't appreciate, they don't value, they're not about that action. But when people pay, and I'm the same, I'm speaking of me, I'm the people. Yeah, I just try to make sure that we have the odds stacked in our favor. And I try to make sure that wherever we can take action, we take action. And if you're looking for some easy, fun, I watched this movie on Netflix this weekend, and it's called Nonas. Nona, Nona, Nonas. It's either has an S or it doesn't, but it was so good. It was so good. It's not a Black movie. It's oh, what is the guy's name? Oh, my computer's gonna shut down. Cast Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn and Joe Manganiello were 2 of the key actors, but then there's also Susan Sarandon, there's Lorraine Bracco from Sopranos. It was so good. I laughed out loud. So I know I told y'all about some other movies that are pretty heavy. What was it? American Insurrection, I think, and then The Order. But if you're looking for a good feel good movie, Nona's, because I also believe we have to protect our peace. And so, with that being said, I don't think there's any questions. The BBB is the biggest wake up call we will get now. Yep. Yeah. And if you think about the timing of things, so next July is the 250th anniversary of the, is it Declaration of Independence? They got big things planned, but I don't think a lot of them include us. But that's a conversation for another day. But their timing, there's a reason why this bill was signed on 4th of July. There's so many things going on. If you're not paying attention, please do. So with that being said, we've been here an hour and 33 minutes. How did that happen? Well, I will see y'all tomorrow at 10 o'clock, where we will talk about the Great American Purge and how to keep our most vulnerable in our community as safe as possible. So anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight. You guys are amazing. Don't forget, if you're still here and you haven't liked this video, go ahead, like it, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, but most importantly, follow the 5 steps that we talked about. So as things get worse, we are prepared. Okay? Please do that. Please do that. And pass this information on, because I know a lot of our people are not, you know, a lot of our people are not. Yes, see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. And then I'm going to respond to that our situation. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, everyone have a great evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 10. Take care. Protect your peace, y'all.